I wish you did a Nuke one.
Nuke one.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think? What do you think you could get a 4-iron out to?
Monday, I think I can get 232.
Yeah. Early week.
Early week. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I can get. Go full.
Michael Kim, good to see you.
Good to see you, Neil.
Yes.
Finally, nice to meet you in person.
I know.
Yes.
We've met over
through Zooms, but not actually in
called
person.
into the podcast. Well, thanks for working with us here. So while you warm up, well, first off, what kind of ball are you playing?
I got the Pro V1X here with me.
You've always been an X guy?
So I used to be a Pro V1 guy, and then I play a draw. I don't put a ton of spin on it, so I need a golf ball that has a little extra spin. Okay. Especially with the longer stuff. Yeah. So the Pro V1X was the fit, and I've been on that since 2021, I think. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's you get warmed up here. I was I'm not the data boy at NLU, but I was looking into your stats. Looking forward to this, and I saw that you're one of the top 10, I believe, maybe top 5, but top 10 when I checked last week on an approach from 200 to 250. Did you know that? Has that been a strength of your game?
I know it was a strength last year. I was really good from that long iron 200 to 225 range.
Yeah.
So I have known about it actually for the last couple of years. Yeah.
And is long irons, like, since you were a kid, been something you like hitting? Or
I don't know if I've liked hitting long irons, but I was a really short hitter growing up. Yeah. So I think I needed to become pretty efficient at them, so that I could play against the bigger bombers where they have shorter clubs in.
Yeah. Well, like most of these videos that I do, it's usually self-serving. I struggle with long irons. Okay. So I just want to kind of walk through how you think about it, how you go about it. How do you think about dispersion from this distance? So what do you have right? This is a 200-yard shot.
200-yard shot on a nice warm day. That is a perfect 6-iron for me. Okay. For me, I think the key is with the longer stuff, I keep it as simple as humanly possible. I don't, unless it's really, really windy, I don't work it. Okay. I don't even try to take too much yardage off. I don't try to mix too much trajectory. Okay. The longer stuff, the ball spins less, so I'm just keeping it as simple as humanly possible. I'm hitting standard shots almost. My 3-yard draw every time.
So 6-iron, you're trying to hit this 200 yards with a lazy draw.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. Yep. And for me, with my draw, I like having a full release feel to it, and so for me, if I try to take yardage off, I'd end up kind of pushing it half the time. So if I'm in between distances, I take kind of the shorter one and just swing harder. Okay. That to me has worked out the most. And with the 4-iron, I have a bigger head. I use a little bit more technology to help me get the ball in the air too.
What are you in lower in the bag? What's this?
This is a T100 6-iron. Okay. Yeah. And then if I really have to lower it, it's kind of the same old, put it back in my stance. Maybe the only thing that I might do differently than others, because I move it back, whenever I do that, I tend to lose it a little right. So I actually just close the club face a little bit at address. That tends to straighten it out a little bit more.
Kind of what you were looking for. That's a lazy draw. You started it a little bit left there.
Yeah.
So out of necessity, growing up, you weren't long.
I was not long. I weighed, heading into my freshman year of college, I weighed 130 pounds or something like that, and hit the ball nowhere. Yeah. I'm right at average distance now, but I was a short knocker there for a long time. Yeah.
Okay, so that probably makes sense why the numbers look good with the long clubs. Yeah. Forced to get comfortable with it.
That's right. It's like those basketball players who were guards growing up, and then all of a sudden they shoot up and they have some of those guard skills. Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
So when you're practicing and you have the numbers in front of you, any specific stats that you're looking for with the longer irons that you're tracking?
Nothing too crazy. Like I said, spin is important. I don't spin it a ton, so I just want to make sure I'm within the correct kind of spin windows, you know, like whatever your iron's like times 1,000. So if I'm around 6,000 with my 6, then that's kind of good.
So that was you hit the carry 200 on the number, 5,000 spin on that one.
A little low, but I was trying to hit that one a little low anyway, so it's okay.
But you'd be looking more for 6,000.
I think on the standard ones, 5,000 would definitely be a little too low. So.
Okay. Well, let's see a standard one.
All right.
200 kind of standard height.
Yep. 200 standard.
That's right at it.
That was about as good as I could do. And I hope that went around 200.
Let's see. That was 197.
197. Close enough with a 6 iron.
spin.
There you go.
God, I dream of the. Well, no. Let's see. Club path didn't pick it up there.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty far. Because of my draw, I'm actually like probably 3 from the inside, which is a little higher than most.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are pretty close to 0, I feel like, but
yeah, I'm the other direction. I'm like -3 on a good day.
It's okay. It's okay.
I hate it. It's sloppy. I loved the inside out. That's like the growing up, the high school golf. You know, as a kid, you always wanted to hit a draw.
Oh man, I almost ruined my swing trying to get it close to 0 or hit the fade. So
well, and it's interesting. Most guys on tour seem to be hitting a fade.
But drawers, we are a dying breed out there on tour.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's a throwback. Like I when I play with, you know, I can spot a former high school golfer from the mid 2000s quickly on the golf course. I'm like, I see that. I see the draw. I see you getting it inside. You know,
well, it all for me, like it all comes back. Like I said, I didn't hit it very far growing up, so I kind of would hit the hang back draw. And as I got older and I started playing more on the PGA Tour, like everyone told me, like you kind of have to learn how to fade it. And I tried that. I tried the bowed left wrist, like turning through, and went through a phase of that, and that didn't work out, and kind of went back to the draw. And you know, I guess you would think that like the fade would be better for the longer irons, but I've had plenty of success with the longer irons with the draw. So
when do you get into trouble? Is it an overcooked left mist, or is it a block right with the draw?
So the more common miss is the left.
Yeah.
If my swing's in a really bad spot, it'll be the right.
Okay.
So if I miss it a little overdraw, I can always work around that. I can move the ball a little bit more back so the draw doesn't draw as much. Holding it a bit more with my hands, I can do that. But if I feel like I'm releasing it pretty good and it's missing right, that's when I know I'm like, oh boy, I'm not in a great place. But I can always play with a little bit of an overdraw.
So because people talk about like eliminating for a righty the left side of the course, right? It almost feels like you're pretty comfortable. You're not thinking about the right much.
I'm the opposite. I remember when I was playing my worst, the right side was like the scary side. It's like if I don't know where the ball is going if I miss it too far right. And that's when I was kind of fading it and all that. And I remember throwback Kenny Perry.
Sure.
I overheard him at Colonial. I still remember at Colonial, and he was talking to a guy, and he says, because I never miss it right.
Yeah.
I never miss it right. Like if there's trouble on the right, I don't even see it. And I was like, oh, that's like my dream.
It almost gave you permission. If he could do it, I mean,
exactly. So he plays a draw, and I was like, oh, maybe like that might make sense for me. So that was kind of I was like, maybe I should go back to a draw. That's kind of a big start to it.
What year was that?
That was during COVID. So that was during, I think that was during the COVID Colonial. That was maybe like 2021. And I was like in the weeds there.
Yeah.
So that was Kenny Perry, one of the initial starters for me back to hitting a draw.
I love it. All right, let's see one more.
All right.
See if we got a pattern here. That was 197, 5,700 spin.
A little thin, but pretty straight still.
The flight you're looking for, though.
kind of say maybe 93, I would say. Maybe a smidgen high on the spin because it was a little thin.
196,
right.
5,500 spin.
Close enough.
Landing angle 46.8.
Yeah. For me, with the way I hit my draw, I kind of hang back a little bit. And
club path was 4.4.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm able to kind of still get the high trajectory.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a gorgeous ball flight, man.
Thank you.
It's awesome to watch. All right, can we move it back? Yeah, we'll move it back to 225.
225.
This is a comfy 4-iron, or what are we working with here?
This is a comfy 4-iron, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
This one, I can kind of force it to 230.
Okay.
I'd rather not, actually, for me, because my 4-iron goes kind of in that 225, 230. My 5-iron's like a 205, 210. So that 215 number is where it gets kind of tricky for me. But yeah, 225 is a nice stock 4-iron. Again, a little draw, hopefully.
Yeah.
Something like that. Oh, I should just do that all the time. Yep, a little short. A little into the wind there. Right now.
Yeah. 201. No, sorry, 220. No, it's got to normalize. You know how it goes.
201 was, I was like, whoa.
220.9.
220.9. Okay.
Spin rate 4,200, which with 4-iron, right? That's what we want.
Exactly.
Landing angle 41, so a little lower.
Well, let's see if I can get it to the green on this one. This one a little harder. That's why it drew a little bit more. Yeah. No, still.
So when you swing harder, you got to aim out right more?
I either aim out right a little bit, but that's not really good for my swing because I tend to get over if I aim too far right. So if I'm really swinging hard, a better adjustment for me, I feel, I just move it back a little bit more.
Okay.
That lets me release it as far as I can.
It looks like you play it out of the middle of your stance a good amount, more so than the left heel.
For sure. I've so last year, late fall, felt like my swing was in a good place, but I was just overdrawing everything. And so my coach was like, why don't you just move it back a little bit, try that out. And it was much better. And
as Tron says, it was just a ball position issue.
Just ball position. And so ever since then, if anything, I definitely have it on my right side. It just kind of feeds into the draw well. If it's too far forward, I don't get behind it as much.
Is there a drawback to that, like less height, or you just? Because that's it. I don't see a lot of that when I'm
right. I think the drawback is, I guess you might hit it a little lower.
Yeah.
But like I said, I hang back.
That's
anything
never an issue for you.
Anything that feeds into me, like staying back and being able to release it fully, I do better with. If it's too far forward, like I don't get to my right side, I tend to get over on kind of over the top. So it's like a personal preference for me. Might work for you, might not. So.
Sure. No, it's interesting. I love it. All right, let's see one more. Same stock 4-iron, 225.
Yep. Wind's died down, so maybe I can get it there.
That felt like a good one.
Is it gonna get there? I think that got there.
Yep. Yeah, front right of the green.
Yeah.
Smash factor 1.48. That's fun to see. 227.8 carry, 4,500 spin.
There we go.
146 ball speed.
This was really big club for me at 16 at Oakmont this year. Yeah, I hit it all 4 days. It's kind of that perfect number of like I needed at least 220 to carry that false front.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't go past because past the pin there is dead. So I think I played that whole 1 under for the week, which is all you can ask for there.
For sure.
Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So you say you keep it super simple with the long irons. What do you ever, if you are going to manufacture something, like if you were talking about that 215, 210 to 220 shot, are you trying to hit a 5-iron harder, or are you trying to hit a 4-iron softer?
For me, I think that's like wind dependent.
Okay.
If I try to take something off, I tend to leak it a little right.
Okay.
So if the wind's hard off the right, I'll take the 4-iron, I might smooth it. If it's hard off the left, I'll take the 5 and swing harder at it. So it's kind of condition dependent, and maybe like if there's water right, I'm definitely picking the 5 so I can release it as hard as I can.
But you don't feel like that gap a little bit between 5 and 4, you don't see that 210 to 220 shot enough where it bothers you?
I mean, you're gonna have a gap at a certain point. You just kind of have to work with, how are you gonna manage those gaps?
Yeah.
And if it was like perfect conditions, and I had that 215 number, I'd probably hit the 5-iron more often than not. Again, like 4,000 spin isn't like exactly like super high, so anything less will spin less and kind of tends to knuckle a little bit. You kind of want to spin up a little bit on the longer stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. I want you to hit I want you to nuke one.
Nuke one.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you think? What do you think you could get a 4-iron out to?
4-iron. This one is a pretty hot one. So I think Monday, I think I can get 232.
Yeah. Early week.
Early week. I mean, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what I can get. Go full. Yeah, that draws a ton.
Yeah.
But again, we're just trying for speed.
It's so consistent for you to know. Yeah. Oh, back left.
Yeah.
153 ball speed, 1.49.
235.
238.4.
Ah, there we go. So I can get it a little extra if need be.
No more of those. I don't want to hear Michael Kim withdraws with back strain after hanging out with Neil. No, that was great.
Okay.
Honestly, I kind of expect you to come in here and have some something. You're doing something with your irons. It's like you were just like, no, I keep it as simple as I possibly can.
I wish I could tell you some secret formula.
I didn't.
I wouldn't play golf. I would just tell people at a premium, and sometimes it's simple is the answer.
I'm thrilled to hear you've embraced the natural draw,
all about the draw.
It's awesome.
Like I said, we're a dying breed. There's not many of us out there. It's like me, Corey Connors. It's not
Adam
many
Scott
of us out there.
Does he draw it?
I don't know. He hits it pretty straight.
Just hits it straight. He and Ludwig just hit it straight,
oh my gosh,
right?
It's like, if you ever want to get like a little like sad, especially as a pro golfer, or lose confidence before a tournament week, you play a practice round with like Ludwig or Adam Scott.
Yeah.
You watch him like hit a shot. I'm like, wow.
I was out here with him last year. I was like, Ludwig, what's your ball flight? It's just straight.
Just straight.
Don't hear that often.
Yeah.
What is your normal ball flight, Ludwig? What are you looking for?
Straight as I can.
Really?
Even like his ball like actively fights the wind. I feel like it's pretty crazy.
I love watching it draw. I think it's a sexier ball flight. So congrats on that.
It's certainly old school.
It's old school.
It's a bit old school, but it works for me, I guess.
Sweet. Well, thank you, Michael.
Good
luck this week.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.